I really liked The Lighthouse. I thought it was great. Robert De Niro and Robert Pattinson did such a good job. It's revealed halfway through the movie that Robert Pattinson and Robert De Niro have the same name, and I thought that was such a good twist. And then it's kind of revealed to you that Robert Pattinson and Robert De Niro are the same person, which is great because then it devolves into this love triangle between the lighthouse and the mermaid and Robert. And that was just such a great homage to the Twilight series and the love triangle between Edward, Bella, and Taylor Lautner. Originally, the director wanted Taylor Lautner and Kristen Stewart to be in it. And Kristen Stewart actually agreed to shoot one scene as the mermaid. But after that, she got busy filming Charlie's Angels. So they had to get a new actress, and then they CGI'd over her face. And you can see in the first shot of the mermaid, you can see for a split second she's Kristen Stewart, and then she goes back to being the other actress, which I guess the CGI just failed for a second. And the reason the whole movie is The Lighthouse is because they could not get Taylor Lautner to be in it, so instead they made the other love interest into The Lighthouse. Speaking of that, they did a phenomenal job covering up the sparkles from Robert Pattinson's skin. I mean, maybe that's why they filmed it in black and white, because it would be easier to CGI them out, but I could not tell at all. Just some other things I learned. This movie answered a lot of questions I had about mermaids. First of all, what would a mermaid vulva look like? Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty gross, but I don't think I would have felt the full impact of the movie if they did not include that. Why are they called sirens? Well, in the movie, the mermaid screams, and I think that was like a symbol for the impending danger of the movie. And when the mermaid screams, it sounds like a police siren, and both things scream. Like when you hear a police siren, you think it's impending doom, and so that's just where the connection is drawn. One thing I did not like about this movie was how they talked. I think the writer must be illiterate or something. Maybe they just didn't try that hard, but I could not understand a word that Robert Pattinson and Robert De Niro say. It's just like this weird old English. How old was this writer? That being said, I think Robert Pattinson rocked it. His acting has gone downhill since Twilight, in my opinion, but he did better in this than he did in Deadpool. Another thing that surprised me about this movie was all of the Little Mermaid references. There's a featured seagull in this movie, which I believe is a reference to Scuttle from The Little Mermaid. He also, Robert Pattinson's character, or I guess both characters at this point, smokes a pipe, which Scuttle in The Little Mermaid calls a snarflack. And I think that is the director telling us that Robert Pattinson feels how Ariel felt in The Little Mermaid when she was saying that she wanted to be where the people are, because right now Robert Pattinson is feeling very isolated, living on the island with Robert De Niro. I heard that the director originally wanted to include an erect penis in this movie, which I just thought would have been perfect. Robert Pattinson is going through this questioning of his sexuality. You know, he doesn't know if he wants the lighthouse or the mermaid, if you know what I mean by that. And the erect penis would have just been a perfect parallel to the phallus shape of the lighthouse. Oh shit, it was Willem Dafoe, wasn't it? Oh my god. Well,